वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः। प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावः दुग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला। अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरननदी कैवर्तककेशवः आराशयवचः सरोजममलम् गीतार्थगन्धोत्कटम् नानाख्यानककेसरम् हरिकथा सम्बोधनाबोधितम् लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरगः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपात्तमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुः सुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत् Shloka number 47. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते
मा फलेषु कदाचन
मा फलेषु कदाचन
मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः
मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूः
मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि
मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि
यदि कर्मफलप्रयुक्तेन
यदि कर्मफलप्रयुक्तेन
न कर्तव्यं कर्म
न कर्तव्यं कर्म
कथं तर्हि कर्तव्यम् इति उच्यते
कथं तर्हि कर्तव्यम् इति उच्यते
कर्म कर्मफलप्रयुक्तेन न कर्तव्यम् यदि कथं कर्म कर्तव्यम् इति उच्यते यदि कर्मफलप्रयुक्तेन कर्म न कर्तव्यं चेत् कथं कर्तव्यं कर्म that is being said in this shloka. If karma is not to be done by impelled by the anchoring, the longing for the karma phala, then how the karma is to be done? If the karma is done with the anchoring, with the longing for the karma phala, then the person is a karmi. We are not talking about a karmi. The karmi's goal is dharma, artha, kama. More and more dharma, that is punyam, for more and more artha and kama. He has got clarity with regard to what he wants. Therefore, he is karma phala prayuktaha. He is a karmi. Here Bhagavan Krishna talks about karma yoga, karma yogi. Therefore, a karma yogi, he must not have the longing, the pressure, the pressure for the result of karma. Karma palam will definitely come, but there is no pressure in him for the specific karma pala. Whatever comes as palam to the karma, accept it gracefully. That becomes a karma yoga. So karma yogi is talked about. How this karma is to be done, that is being said in this shloka by Bhagavan. Yogastha kuru karmani
Yogastha
Yogastu
kuru
kurkarmani
karmani
sangam tyaktva dhananjaya
Sangam
Sangam
Tritva
tyaktva
Dhananjaya
dhananjaya
siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva
Siddhya siddhyo
Siddhyo
samo
Samo
bhutva
Bhutva
samatvam yoga uchyate.
Samatvam
Samatvam
yoga
Yoga
uchyate.
Uchyate.
In this shloka, we see the definition of karma yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatva bhava, that is called yoga. Yoga means karma yoga. Samatvam, the sameness with regard to the results of karma. Karma being different. There are varieties of karma, varieties of Vaidika karma, and also Laukika karma. And here for Arjuna, this karma is Yuddha, that is the dharma for a Kshatriya. And Vaidika karmas like Nitya karma, Naimittika karma, those karmas, Kartavyam karma, those are enjoined by the Veda. And certain karmas which are prohibited by the Veda, Nishiddha karma. And there are karmas, desire prompted actions, Kamya karma. And there are karma which are done to nullify the results of any bad karma. All these karmas are Vaidika karma. And there are Laukika karma. So whether it is Vaidika or Laukika karma, karma is to be done. But when it comes to Vaidika karma, Nitya Naimittika karma, karmani kuru. Nitya Naimittika karmani kuru. Karmani kuru. Yogastaha san karmani kuru. Nitya Naimittika karma should be done. If it is Laukika karma, whatever the karma which a person in whichever ashrama or whichever avastha in life it is there, he must do. He must do because it's karma, his duty. So, therefore, karmani kuru. Bhagavan Krishna says there is no choice for not doing the karma. Karma to be done. Karmani kuru. And in the 18th chapter, Bhagavan Krishna will say, important shloka, Yata pravrittir bhutana yena sarvamidam tatam swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. That second line of the shloka, swakarmana tamabhyarcha siddhim vindati manavaha. Sakarmana. Sakarmana is one's own karma. Whatever may be the karma, whether it is Laukika or Vedika. Swakarmana tamabhyarcha. Tam Ishwaram abhyarcha. Swakarmana, by doing one's karma, the person vindati. Siddhim vindati. Manavaha siddhim vindati. The person gains success. What success? The success is jnana yogyata prapti. That is the success. Siddhiki. Even in this shloka, the word siddhiki Siddhihi means success. The success is Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta Shuddhi is a success. Jnana Yogyata is the success. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sampatti Praptihi, that is the success. Siddhi. So, therefore, Karmani Kuru. Katam Kartavyam Karma Sangam Tyaktva. Sangam Tyaktva. Sangam Tyaktva Karmani Kuru. Sangam comes only when there is a certain expected result of the karma. Being a karma yogi is interested in gaining the jnana yogyata prapti for jnana. Therefore, he will not be interested in gaining the limited results of the karma, if at all if the karma gives. So Sangam Tyaktva, it means the Kamya karma is negated. The person must not do karma impelled by the kama, the desire. Sangam Tyaktva. Sangam Tyaktva Karmani Kuru. Even if the karma is done for gaining the Chitta Shuddhi, that is also a Sangha only. That is Bhashyakara will say in the commentary. Even the desire for gaining the Chitta Shuddhi, that also should not become a pressure. If that becomes a pressure, then it will not become a Karma Yoga. Because there is pressure inside to gain the Chitta Shuddhi. Whether it is the karma palam, whether the karma palam is in the form of gaining the limited things or gaining the Chitta Shuddhi for gaining jnana, but there should not be pressure. The person must have the sameness, the stability, sameness, samatvam is required. Therefore, Bhashyakara will explain the word siddhi, the success, and asiddhi in terms of the prapyata, jnana yogya prapyata, we would explain. So samatvam means, the previous shloka is karman eva adhikara aste ma karma pala hetuhu bhu. The results of karma you don't call the results of karma, depends on so many factors. Ma karma pala hetuhu bhuhu. So you don't become the cause of the result of action. You are the author of the karma, but you are not the author of the result of karma. Because the result of karma depends on so many factors. Depends on so many unknown factors. Known factors you can, if the factors are known, you can rectify the known factors. But there are many factors which are not known. So, therefore, only the results may not be to your expectation. You are not the author of the result of the karma. That is also practical. We see practically that. So, when the result depends on so many factors, naturally, samatvam will be there. If a person is a matured person, the person will have certain composure, stability with regard to the results, because he knows that he doesn't call the results of karma, as it depends on so many other unknown factors. That doesn't alone become a karma yoga. It becomes a karma yoga only when Ishvara is brought in. Only when Ishvara is brought in. Therefore, karma yoga, more than being the attitude, it also implies the Ishvara, the presence of Ishvara. Ishvara gives karma phala. Without Ishvara, there is no karma yoga. So Ishvara has to be brought in because there are the laws which function, the laws which govern the result of action, whether we call it as the law of karma or whatever may be, that is Ishvara. The intelligence which is behind in giving the karma phala, which operates behind that. The intelligence, what you see in the world, everything functions in a orderly fashion. There are certain laws operating, and the things obey the order, obey that order, function within that order. That order is Ishvara. Nobody is above that order. Even a scientific or a physical order, that is an order. Gravity is an order. Water boils us 100 degrees Celsius in order. Taking into consideration the pressure, the pressure and the other factor, the altitude. It's an order. That is how it is. The way the organ of a human being functions, the same way it is function for everybody. There's an order. That order is Ishvara. And that is why Ravana Maharshi also says in this he says, Karturajñaya prapyate palam. Karma kim param karma tajjadam. Karma is jadam. And karma palam, the one who gives the karma palam, the Ishvara, he is the Kartuhu, Kartuhu Ajñaya, prapyate palam. He gives the karma pala. So therefore only he says Ishvararpitam Nechaya Kritam Chitta Shodakam Mukti Sadhanam iti. So recognizing the Ishvara in each and every action, then only a karma becomes a karma yoga. The attitude with regard to the results of action plus the karma plus the Ishvara, acceptance of this Ishvara, then only it becomes the yoga, it becomes a yoga, karma yoga. Then only the karma also becomes Ishvara Aradhana. That is why in every karma, Vedic karma, we always, in the beginning of the Sankalpa, we say Ishvara Prityartham. Ishvara Prityartham is Ishvara Aradhana. Ishvara Prityartham means you are offering the karma to the Bhagavan. Offering the karma to as a puja, you are offering to Bhagavan. When you offer it to Bhagavan, and therefore whatever Bhagavan gives, you give it to Bhagavan, and the resultant of your karma, which depends on many factors, and Bhagavan, you is the person who knows all the factors. So he will give you what you deserve, and you accept it as prasada. Then only samatvam is. So samatvam, not just understanding the results of karma depends on so many factors over which I don't have control. Not only that, also bringing in the Ishvara. The Ishvara is an important factor in karma becoming a karma yoga. Minus Ishvara, there is no karma yoga. So therefore one Bhashyakara will say in the Bhashyam, Ishvarartham iti. So therefore yoge Yogastaha san, yoge tishtati iti yogastaha, remaining in this yoga, the yoga is this attitude. Attitude comprises the acceptance of Ishvara also. Attitude, acceptance of Ishvara. So when we say karma yoga means the attitude what we mean, we have to include Ishvara also. Acceptance of Ishvara. So remaining in this attitude, Sangam Tyaktva. Sangam Tyaktva, Sangam means the attachment for the result. In a karma is done, if a karma is done propelled by a raga and dvesha, then that sangha, naturally sangha will be there. Any karma you do, it will towards that karma, a person may have raga or dvesha. This raga and dvesha you cannot give up. It is not voluntarily give up. You don't have choice to give up the raga dvesha voluntarily. You cannot give up. Raga will be there, dvesha will be there, in spite of being that. Now, when the karma becomes a karma yoga, then the raga dveshas are neutralized. The raga dvesha are neutralized. The raga, that is the desire for a specific result. Similarly, dvesha, the desire for not wanting a particular result. This pressure will not be there. That will not be there when this attitude of karma yoga is there. Therefore, Sangam Tyaktva, giving up the results of the action, whether it is favorable to me or it is unfavorable to me. Sangam Tyaktva, yoge tishtaha san karmani kuru. Then the karma will bring in karma pala in the form of siddhihi, asiddhihi, success and failure. So therefore, samaha bhutva, remaining same means sameness of the mind, treating the siddhi and success, with understanding, that is called samatvam. Karma pala cannot be same. The result of karma, the siddhihi, success, or asiddhihi, failure, they are not same. They cannot be looked upon as same. In a game, the winner and the loser, success and failure, they are not equal. They are not same. But the attitude behind that is called samatva. The accepting the success, because the success is gained, a person doesn't jump and hit the ceiling. And also, if the failure is experienced, the person doesn't become dejected. Understanding the order functioning behind it and accepting as it comes and maintaining the composure of the mind, that is called samatvam. That samatvam is possible only when there is a yoga buddhi. So, samatvam is a resultant of yoga. Therefore, samatvam is called karma yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samasya bhavaha. The state of being the same. When you will have this sameness of mind, only when your goal is higher than the limited results offered by the karma. So then only samatvam is possible. Only when you are karma yogi, the samatvam is possible. So therefore, when Bhashyakara will say, when a karma is done, karma is done with the attitude of offering the karma pala to Ishvara. When that attitude is there, the sameness will be there because it is Ishvara Aradhana. So when it is Ishvara Aradhana, therefore whatever Ishvara gives as prasada, we will accept. We will not complain about the prasada given by Ishvara. That is samatvam. So minus Ishvara, there is no samatvam, there is no karma yoga. Karma are different. Samatvam is not with reference to karma. Samatvam is with reference to the results of the karma. Different karma bringing different results. Therefore, with regard to the karma pala, in terms of the attitude, in terms of your response to the result of the action, having the samatvam, that is karma yoga iti. Then the attitude of Ishvara Aradhana, karma as a mean, doing karma as a mean, as the sadhana for gaining Ishvara. That is karma yoga. Karma as a means to worship the Lord. That is karma yoga. That is called the sameness of attitude. That is called the sameness of attitude, samatvam yoga uchyate. So this Ishvara Aradhana Buddhi. Ishvara Aradhana Buddhi is samatvam. Karma is done with the attitude Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, and whatever comes, that is accepted as the prasada. So this Arpana Buddhi and Prasada Buddhi, that is Karma Yoga. That is called Karma Yoga. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. In the Shloka, you don't see the word Ishvara, but Bhashyakara will bring in the word Ishvara. So, because Ishvara is there, therefore only it is Karma Yoga. Therefore only Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. Karma is done not for the gaining the limited results. The karma is done with the attitude of worshipping the Lord. Therefore Ishvara Aradhana Buddhi. And the result, whatever Bhagavan gives, it is accepted gracefully. Therefore Prasada Buddhi. Prasada means whatever comes as a result of your karma from the Lord. That is called Prasada. So accepting gracefully, that is Prasada Buddhi. Not complaining about what Bhagavan gives. That is the attitude. So that is Samatvam. Samatvam Yoga Uchyate iti. And as I said in the Bhashya, Bhashyakara will say Siddhihi Asiddhihi. He will explain the word Siddhihi, meaning success. Success with regard to gaining the Chitta Shuddhi. For a sadhaka, for a karma yogi doing karma with the attitude, even if he gains Chitta Shuddhi, that is termed as success. Even if he doesn't get Chitta Shuddhi, that is termed as asiddhi. With reference to both siddhi or asiddhi, the person must maintain the sameness. That is called karma yoga. Iti Bhashyakara will say. So whatever may be the result, even if it is the spiritual result, with regard to that also a person must have samatvam. The Bhashyakara will say. Now we will read the Bhashyam. So samatvam, when we say, it is not only applicable to the limited results, limited material results, even with regard to the results, spiritual results, in terms of, we can say, this jnana yogyata prapti, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti prapti. Even with regard to that also, a person should not have pressure, because that will not be conducive to lead to lead a spiritual, contemplative life. That is why Bhashikara says, Yogastaha, Yogastaha iti,
योगस्थः इति
Yogastaha san kuru karmani kevalam ishvarartham.
योगस्थः
योगस्थः
सन्
सन्
कर्माणि
कर्माणि केवलम् ईश्वरार्थम्
Beginning itself, Bhashikara, Ishvarartham kuru karmani, yogi tishtaha san, yogastaha, yogi tishtati iti yogastaha, remaining in yoga. That is, having the attitude, the proper attitude with regard to the karma and with regard to the result of karma. With regard to karma is Ishwararpana buddhi. With regard to karma pala is prasada buddhi. Therefore, yogastaha. Yogastaha, Tishtan, sun is sun, Shatranta. Yogastaha sun, remaining in yoga. Yoga is this attitude. Karmani kuru, kevalam Ishwaratam, only for the sake of the Lord. So Bhagavan is there in the mind, not any other thing. So do karma. So Bhagavan, who is Sarva Vyapi, who is in the order of this the karma, who unfolds various situations, who gives various experiences depending on the time and place to all the jivas. Bhagavan, who is in the form of order, he knows when and what karma pala a jiva must undergo, must gain. Karma is jadam, and that must be the distributor of the karma pala. He knows when what to give. Therefore, the Ishvara you have to bring in. So therefore, whatever you do it for Ishvara, because he is a giver. You pray to him that your good karma pala as a karmi, as a dharma artha kama, as a priority, praying to the Lord to give the conducive karma pala, to give the conducive, because a person may have done both karma, good karma, bad karma. So praying to the Lord to give the result of good karma at the situation where he desperately needs. This is the general prayer, prarthana. The result of karma cannot be nullified. The result of bad karma, papam also is given by Ishvara. But when he gives, for that only we pray, we do prarthana. I have done both punya karma and papa karma. May the punya karma fructify now. Maybe papa karma later in a different situation. In a different situation where I can have the space, I can have the mind and the body prepared to bear it. But now this is going to decide my life situation. Therefore, may the good karma fructify at this moment. This is the general prarthana. Our prarthana is like that. So from this, it's very clear, Ishvara is a distributor of the karma pala. When, where, which situation gives, that we don't know. But for a karma yogi, even that is not that, because his only motive is to worship the Lord in the form of karma. Worshipping need not be only through the upasana, offering flowers, offering naivedyam. The karma itself becomes an offering, becomes the flower, becomes the naivedyam. Therefore, Ishwarartham. Kevalam Ishwarartham. Kevalam, the word indicates the person doesn't have any limited material ends. He doesn't do karma for gaining any limited material ends. Even if it is a Vaidika, the person doesn't do karma for gaining Swarga Loka. In the Veda, in the Vaidika karma, the karma what a person does, if there is no specific result for the karma, the blanket rule is the person will gain Swarga. Swarga pala prapti. If no result, specific result is given, mentioned, then the blanket rule is the person will gain Swargaloka. Even that is not there for the person. Kevalam Ishwarartham means that there is no desire for the limited material ends, there is no desire for Swargaloka Prapti, etc. So, is doing karma is worshipping Ishvara, offering to Ishvara. Therefore, Ishvarartham, karmani kuru. Bhashikara says, tatrapi
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 Ishvaraha me tushyatu iti
Ishvaraha
Ishvaraha me
Iti
tusyatu iti
sangam tyaktva dhananjaya.
Samsam
Samsatva
tyakva dhananjaya.
Even in that, tatrapi, when karma is done with the attitude of worshipping Ishvara, even in that, tatrapi, sangam tyaktva, giving up the attachment for the results of action, no pressure. Ishvaraha me tushyatu, that also must not be there. May the Lord be pleased with me. May the Lord be pleased with my karma. May the Lord be pleased with my attitude. Even that also must not be there, Bhashikara says. If that prayer is there, Ishvara me tushyatu, it means you are asking for some favor from the Lord. You are asking something in return. You have got a subtle demand from Ishvara. That also must not be there, Bhashikara says. May the Lord be pleased with me, pleased with my karma, pleased with my attitude, karma yoga. That also must not be there. If this, may Ishvara tushyatu, if this is there, may the Lord be pleased, that also will become a pratibandha. That also becomes a pratibandha, obstruction in the spiritual life. You do, Bhagavan knows, Bhagavan will get pleased. Bhagavan getting pleased for over that you don't have any say. You are not the author for the pleasing of the Bhagavan. You cannot please Bhagavan. What you do is nothing to Bhagavan. And expecting Bhagavan to be pleased with that. That also should not be there. Ishvaraha me tushyatu. Iti sangam tyaktva. That is also a sangha, Bhagavan Bhashikara says. Ishvaraha me tushyatu. May the Lord be pleased with me. That is also a sangha. Sangam tyaktva. Even giving up that. Hey Dhananjaya. Dhananjayati iti Dhananjaya. Then, the next line. Palatrishna shunyena
Phalatrishna
Krishna Shuna
kriyamane karmani
Kriyamane
Kriyamane
Karmani
Karmani
sattva shuddhija
Sattva
Sattva
Shuddhija
jnana prapti lakshana siddhihi.
Jnana Prapti Lakshana Siddhihi.
Now Bhashikara defines what is siddhi. Siddhi means success. Siddhihi, success. In many places you'll find the word siddhi. Siddhim indati manavaha. Siddhi means success. But in the Gita context, the word siddhi means gaining the end, that is moksha, siddhihi. Or moksha is mentioned by the word siddhi if the person pursues jnanam, or the word siddhi can mean the jnana yogyata prapti if the person is a karma yogi. So the word siddhi has to be interpreted depending on the context. So the word siddhi means moksha for a jnana yogi, the person who is pursuing jnanam, knowledge. If he is a karma yogi, the word siddhi means jnana yogyata prapti, sadhana chatushtaya sampatti prapti. So siddhi means it translates as success. For karma yogi, the success is jnana yogyata prapti. For jnana yogi, the success is moksha prapti. That is the end. An opposite of siddhi is asiddhi. Na siddhi, asiddhi. And here, na siddhi, that nanj tat purusha. There's a beauty in this. The word asiddhi. In the spiritual context, the result in the form of moksha or in the form of jnana yogita, we can explain, I said. Even otherwise also, when the shloka is explained it is interpreted like with reference to success and the failure, asiddhi, that is the results, the limited results, whatever the results, with reference to success and results, even with regard to the results, the limited results of the world, a person must have proper attitude, to accept, so that the person can remain sane. When this shloka is interpreted in that sense, the word asiddhihi, na siddhihi, asiddhihi, nanj tat purusha, na siddhihi. This nanj can be alparte nanj. The nanj can be alparte. Alparte means less than that alparte. So alparte nanj, less than what is expected. Or the word the nanj can be opposite, like dharma, adharma. Dharma, adharma. Adharma is not alparte nanj there. Adharma is opposite of dharma. Darkness and light. So darkness is not the sufficient light is its darkness is not it is partially illumined, partially dark. Darkness means no light. So it is opposite, totally opposite. So virodharte nanj. So virodharte nanj, alparte nanj, anyarte nanj. So there is nanj can be nanj tatpurusha, depending on the word and the context, can be interpreted differently. Whether it is alparte nanj or virodharte nanj or abhavarte nanj. Abhava, absence. To denote absence also use the same nanj tat purusha. So here the siddhi. So therefore only we say, taking alparte nanj, asiddhihi, it means the result is less than expected, alparte nanj. If you take virodharte, it is opposite to what is expected. That is failure. So whether it is alparte or virodharte, you can take both, not abhavarte. You can take alparte or virodharte. It means they are asiddhi. Less than what expected or opposite to what is expected. That is asiddhi. That is asiddhi. Now siddhi. Bhashyakara now first explains siddhi. What is siddhi? Pala trishna shunyena kriyamane karmani sattva shuddhija jnana prapti lakshana siddhihi, he says. So, siddhihi, kriyamane karmani, sati saptami, kriyamane karmani sati. When action is done, palatrishna shunyena, trishna is the thirst, anchoring, the longing, the craving for pala, karma pala. Craving for the karma pala, shunyena, absence of. Shunyena, absence of craving for the limited material ends. When action is done, palatrishna shunyena. So palatrishna shunyena refers to the person. It's a bahuvriya samasa. By the person, the action is done by the person who is free from the craving for the result, the limited results. Palatrishna shunyaha, referring to the person. Tena, by him. karma is done by the person who who is who doesn't have the trishna for the karma pala. When it is done by the person, then what happens? Sattva Shuddhija. Sattva Shuddhija. Sattva Shuddhija Jnana Prapti Lakshana Siddhihi. When action is done, then Jnana Prapti Lakshana Sattva Shuddhija. Sattva Shuddhija means Shuddhija, Sattva Shuddhija, that purity, the purity of the mind. Sattva Shuddhija, the purity of the mind. That is what is born. The Sattva Shuddhi Jagate. It is Sattva Shuddhija, the purity of mind which is born. That is termed as Jnana, that is termed as Siddhihi, which is Jnana Prapti Lakshana, characterized by the Jnana Prapti, gaining the Jnanam. So, success for the gaining the knowledge, which is born because of the purity of the mind of the person, doing karma with no craving for the limited material ends. That is called Siddhihi. So, what is Siddhi? Palatrishna Shunyena, by the Karma Yogina, Kriyamane Karmani Sati, when karma is done, the resultant of that, it is Sattva Shuddhija, that is purity of mind which is born, which is Jnana Prapti Lakshana, which is the Lakshana for gaining the Jnana Prapti, which is conducive for gaining the Jnana Prapti. That is termed as Siddhihi. That is termed as Siddhihi. So, Jnana Prapti Lakshana, gaining the Jnana, attainment of Jnanam, is born of the purity of the mind. Sattva Shuddhija. Sattva Shuddhi means Antakaranam. Antakaranat Jayate. Antakaranam. Purity of Sattva Shuddhi means it is Antakaranam. Antakaranam which is pure, which is born from doing the proper action. So, and that is conducive, or that is conducive for gaining the Jnana Prapti Lakshana. That is Siddhihi. And what is Asiddhihi? The Bhashikara says, what is Asiddhihi iti? We will read what is Asiddhihi. Tad Viparyaya.
Tad viparyaya
Tad
Viparyaja Asiddhihi.
tad viparyaya
Asiddhihi.
Viparyaya means opposite. Viparyaja Siddhihi, born. That which is born. Born, opposite. Opposite means either opposite or less than what is expected. That is called Asiddhihi. Alparte or Virodharte, ranch. So that which is born, opposite to Sattva Shuddhija, not born of the purity of mind. It means it is not purity of mind, it is the mind continues to be impure. So if the mind is impure, then knowledge is not possible. Jnana Prapti Lakshana na Siddhihi. There is no Jnana Prapti Lakshana. That is termed as Asiddhihi. So Tad Viparyaja means Chitta Shuddhi Viparyaya. If Chitta Shuddhi is not gained, which is conducive, Chitta Shuddhi is conducive for gaining the knowledge. If Chitta Shuddhi is not gained, then if that is the mind continues to be impure, that is termed as Asiddhihi. That is termed as Asiddhihi. So, therefore, with regard to gaining the purity or opposite of that, Viparyaja, that is Asiddhihi, Siddhihi, Asiddhihi, with regard to both, Samaha Bhutva. Why Bhashikara says here, Asiddhihi, even with regard to gaining the purity of mind? Because when the purity of mind depends on so many the factors. Now suddenly a change has happened, you have become spiritual. But whatever karma you have done before, the past karma, it, the past karma will not leave you. So the results of past karma will continue to have some impact on you. So immediately you cannot expect chitta shuddhi also. Even with regard to gaining the chitta shuddhi, one has to be patient. One has to continuously do for even for gaining chitta shuddhi. Cannot expect the result immediately. A fruit doesn't become ripe immediately. It takes time. Kalena atmani vendati. Everything happens in time. Even gaining the chitta shuddhi also, it depends on your karma, many factors. It will happen in time. So, with regard to that also, you should not have any pressure. But do you do what is supposed to be done as Ishvarpna Buddhi? That is encouraged. That is said. In fact, there is no asiddhi, there is no failure. Failure is your own judgment. You complain about not gaining the sattva shuddhi. How do you know that you have not gained sattva shuddhi? It is our own complaint. We complain. We complain. We keep on we complain about so many things. We keep complaining about our mind also. Mind is not pure. Mind is not pure. Even that should not be there. There should not be complaint even with regard to gaining the purity of mind. If we be if we keep judging ourselves, then that will not become an aradhana. So your aradhana towards Ishvara, even with regard to the gaining the sattva shuddhi, even with regard to that, you have samatva. That is what Bhashikara says. So one level above we can say in spiritual life there is no failure. There is no failure in spiritual life. There is no failure for a karma yogi. Bhagavan Krishna beautifully says in the 6th chapter, Nagi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. That is a very assurance, is a assuring statement Bhagavan Krishna gives. Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tata gacchati. This particular line of the Shloka, 6th chapter, it comes. A Swami he quoted this Shloka and he told me when I was in when I wanted to learn Shastram that time, I could not find the right opportunity or the person, not knowing what to do, what to decide. Was in some confusion. That time, I personally met one Swami. So that Swami, he said, Nahi kalyana krit kaschit. When he said this, that time I have not studied Gita. When I heard this statement, it was so soothing statement and assuring statement that gave a tremendous confidence. It is a vacuum statement of Bhagavan. We cannot doubt the statement of Bhagavan. Nahi kalyana krit kaschit. Durgatim tata gacchati. You have you have embarked on the good thing, spiritual. So you will never get durgati. That is the assuring statement Bhagavan gives. So therefore, there is no failure in spiritual life. Failure is only our complaint. Therefore, siddhi with reference to siddhi and asiddhi. No complaint about even with regard to gaining the sattva shuddhi. You keep doing karma as aradhana. Keep continuing doing. The result will take care of itself. The result will take care of itself. Bhagavan will give. It is a continuous growth. There is no failure. Let us not have self-judgment. The self-judgment is not going to do any good to me. Why should I have self-judgment, judge myself and pull me down? That is not proper. That is a big obstacle. That's a big obstacle for a sadhaka. Therefore, that should not be there. Therefore, Bhashikara says, Tayoho
तयोः
सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्ययोः अपि
सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्ययोः अपि
समः समः तुल्यः भूत्वा
समः तुल्यः
तुल्यः
भूत्वा
भूत्वा
कुरु कर्माणि.
कुरु
कर्माणि.
Therefore, with regard to the success, siddhi and asiddhi, api, samaha bhutva, tulyaha bhutva, remaining same, guru karmani. You keep doing karma. You keep doing karma, so and you will never get durgati. You will never get durgati. Iti, Bhagavan says. Then the next line. Kosau.
कोसौ
Kosau yogaha.
कोसौ
योगः
यत्र स्तः कुरु इत्युक्तम्
यत्र
स्तः
स्तः इत्युक्तम्
इदमेव तत्
इदमेव
तत्
सिद्ध्यसिद्धयोः समत्वं योग उच्यते.
सिद्ध्यसिद्धयोः समत्वं योग उच्यते.
कोसो योगः यत्र स्तः कुरु इत्युक्तम्. What is that yoga? Yatra stha kuru, remaining in which you do karma. Iti Shloka says, what is that yoga? That is being said. So what is that yoga? Yoga, yatra stha kuru. Yatra stha is that remaining in that yoga. What is that yoga? That is idam eva tata. That is what? That is this. What? Siddhya siddha yoga samatvam yoga uchyate. With regard to siddhi and asiddhi, samatvam, the sameness with reference to siddhi and asiddhi, that is your response to that. The sameness response, that is called yoga. That is called yoga. It means prasada buddhi. It means prasada buddhi. Having the prasada buddhi is called yoga. Samatvam is prasada buddhi. The sameness is prasada buddhi. So prasada buddhi is yoga iti Bhashyakara concludes. Next shloka we will read, but we will do the Bhashyam and the meaning in the next class. Yat punaha samatva buddhi yuktam Ishvara aradhanartam karma
ईश्वराराधनार्थं कर्म
etasmat karmanaha
एतस्मात् कर्मणः
durena ह्यवरं karma
दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म
buddhi yoga dhananjaya
बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय
buddhau sharamanvichcha
बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ
कृपणाः फलहेतवः
फलहेतवः
ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद गुरुजी
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.